My girlfriend gave me an ultimatum on which candidate I should vote for in the upcoming presidential election.
When you say ultimatum, it's like vote for this person or I'm breaking up with you.
Indirectly, what she said.
Can we know who she wants you to vote for?
She wants me to vote for Kamala Harris.
Was it like a friendly discussion about politics when it started, or has this been a recurring thing? Does she get fired up about political issues?
As I found out the other night, yes, very much.
So you discovered a new value of hers that is not a value of yours. Are you politically charged as well on the other side, or are you just like, nah, it's not my thing?
Nah, it's not really my thing. Like, I don't care who you vote for. Like, I'll go have a sandwich with you afterwards, you know?
Okay, but she kind of cornered you and said, hey, who are you voting for?
We've been together almost 3 years. We actually leave for Mexico in less than 2 weeks, where I plan to propose.
Oh, man.
And she just asked me, hey, who'd you put on your ballot for the political party? I don't know if I failed by not having a discussion about politics early in the relationship. I didn't think that was, I thought that always was something you could agree to disagree on.
A lot of people do.
You can.
That's the thing. It's not a like you have to agree on politics or else, but if she is this intense about it, then this is a red flag. I don't know her level of emotion around it, but I think getting to the bottom of it and then figuring out, okay, are you going to be able to respect my autonomy in this relationship to vote as I see fit? And if not, if you don't respect that boundary, then this relationship may not work in the long term.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
How are you ready to propose? You guys all heard this situation right now. How are you ready to propose to a woman and you missed on discussing a value which you both do not share that can make or break your relationship or future marriage? We recently had a bunch of chicks who I featured on this channel, feminists who were encouraging married women who differed with their husbands about which candidate they supported, right? These chicks weren't married, but they were encouraging the wives, they're encouraging those wives to divorce their husbands.
So you canceled your husband's vote because you are in favor of women's bodily autonomy and rights, but yet you lay next to someone who doesn't support your bodily autonomy and rights.
This is not that, because in that video I said that the single women want them to be miserable, when the truth is those wives probably look at that situation and think to themselves, okay, well, we disagree here, but we're able to work things out. This goes back to why I believe if you're dating a woman right now, you need to talk about everything, because not everybody is going to make politics a deal breaker within their home. Will they have a difference of opinion? Maybe will emotions flare up a little bit? Yeah, but you know, not everyone's gonna sit there and look at the situation and give that man an ultimatum. Some chicks will take it very seriously. I view this as a blessing. The worst thing this man could have done would have been to get into a relationship with the woman who really cared enough that this was a make or break, because she would have divorced him eventually, knowing that he supported a candidate or maybe held values that she did not think were so important. Because I don't talk about politics much, but I've recently been speaking on it more, because even in the videos of the chicks talking about the struggles they're having in the dating market, and men, you know, who are out here dating these chicks, you have the women complaining that it's difficult for them to find men who align with their political views. And if that's an added requirement of shared value that they want with men today, they're just making it that much harder for them to find a guy who they're going to be able to build a family with, possibly marriage, etc. I saw a recent video that was talking about how we're literally setting up to see a historic gender gap when it comes to this coming election.
Let's talk about the gender gap, because it's really looking like this may well be the story of the election. whose voters show up in greater number in terms of women and men.
And it's fascinating, Savannah, because our own NBC poll found this recently. Now our friends at CNBC with a new poll, again, showing what would be a historic gender gap. Among men, Donald Trump with a 17-point advantage over Harris. Among women, Harris with a 12-point advantage among men. That is a total of a 29-point gender gap. That'd be higher than anything we've seen. The one thing I'd note, though, is we often have talked in the past about the gender gap helping the Democrats. It's often netted out. The Republicans think they may be turning the tables. Again, like in our NBC poll, a bigger advantage for Trump with men than Harris has with women. Republicans think this may net out in their favor this time. That would be a change, and it's a big if, obviously, though.
So you guys heard it for yourself. Historic gender gap, a divide amongst men and women. But back to the original story. What would you do if you were in that man's position? Is politics something that's making or breaking your current relationship? I saw a comment on my last video that a guy posted talking about how his chick broke up with him because she found out that he was voting differently. When I hear that people are losing girlfriends, I'm not that shocked, to be honest with you. I'm personally more shocked from videos like the last one I did of wives who are willing to divorce just solely based on current events. But then again, the reality is that most of those marriages probably had bigger problems, right? And this was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. And it was the final straw, specifically for the woman, because we know a lot of modern women initiate divorces. As always, guys, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. Listen, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of the Coffee Pod. Yes, I am in the Prius. No, we're not doing a coffee run. It's a late night video, but we will talk soon. Peace.